Aloha friends, welcome to this Divine Union Oracle reading. This reading is to tap in for those that are in union, are coming into union, are separated from union. And this is, they're telling me mainly for divine unions. However, there is some soulmate energy that comes in through these portals as well. So please take what resonates for you and lovingly leave the rest for others. As I opened up this space today to channel, the first thing I heard was there are a lot of moving pieces. So a lot of energy that is shifting. There's been some really big upgrades that have happened recently, and they're showing me like this puzzle where pieces are just finally getting put into place to form the full picture. So you may come into you may be coming into some understandings. They're telling me for some of you this already happened. For others, it will be in the coming weeks. But the energy is understanding, the why, the how, the when, all the reasoning behind, either what you had to grow through for a union upgrade, what you had to move through to come into physical union with your partner, or what you are currently growing through in separation that is going to help you shift through this. So, all right, what else are you wanting me to bring in, Spirit, before we tap into each pile? Is there anything? They're bringing in the energy of ancient Egypt. They're telling me that the upgrades that we went through recently are opening up gateways to connect with ancient Egypt. So if you are connected, if you feel any way connected to the pyramids, Egyptian energy, any of the deities, goddesses, and such, be sure to tap into those more. Do a little research, see what resonates for you. You may be shocked that in doing research and uncovering, I'm just going to see stories of what was. You may be unlocking and activating new parts of self. So I'll leave that there for whoever it resonates for. And then the way that the piles are going to work today, remind me again, Spirit. They told me, but I forgot. Okay, so we have unions that are not yet in the physical right here on the left. Unions that are in physical relationship currently in the middle, and unions that are in separation will be here on the right hand side. I will start with the unions that have not yet come into the physical, and timestamps will be in the description for the others. Thank you all for tuning in. If these messages resonate, leave a heart in the comments so I know that you have received. And if you feel like this can help someone else with their union or their soulmate energy that they are growing through, please share the channel with them. I love to help and touch as many souls as possible. All right, on to the first reading. Happy Venus Day, and welcome back to those of you that are currently I'm going to say in the creation process. It's like, that there is a new love coming in. You've been feeling it. Lots of radiant self-love energy coming from within. And you feel that there's a union close, or perhaps you've already connected with your union in the astral, and you haven't quite come into the physical yet. So, first thing they want me to do is just open up a little portal here to receive. They're telling me to receive. Okay, this union, y'all, what you're coming into is going to be life changing. So there are some big shifts happening. This may be why it's been taking so long, if you feel like you've been waiting for a really long time, this is life-changing. This is being like that energy of just being swept off your feet and not being put back down. It's an energy of like they're showing me like you sweep it up and run with it, and it is going to transform your life ever. Like there's no turning back, there's no going back to the old, there's no reconnecting with your old self. So part of what you're experiencing in this space right now, you and your union, is the death of the old selves. And that means not just the old self of who you've been in this lifetime up to this point, it's also the old selves of energies that you've been carrying through from past lifetimes. Oh yeah, this goes very deep. Lots of energy in the solar plexus. They're showing me movement, like actually making some big circles with your hips and your belly, opening up that space to fully receive. Yeah, the energy, it's like this waterfall energy, y'all, of just clearing out of deep set emotions, things that have carried with you through lifetimes, vows that you've made in past lifetimes. Perhaps there was, and this could have happened in this lifetime as well. It's like you made a promise to an ex that you said something like, oh, I'll never love anyone the way I love you. And now that needs to be purged so that you can welcome the new in, so you can welcome the new union and reconnect with self is what I'm hearing, a reconnection with self. So typically in a divine union, it is one soul that comes into two bodies. And so that connection can feel like you finally found your other half, like you found the thing that has been missing from you. They're reminding me of this saying, I think it's in France, where they say, they don't say I miss you, they say I am missing from you. And that's the energy that I'm getting with this card. It's like coming back into that wholeness, that oneness. So even if you feel like you've created wholeness within self, there is still something missing. And they're telling me, okay, this is really interesting. They're telling me to let go of what you've created as wholeness for self and open up to wholeness in unity. Open up to wholeness in unity. All right, let's go ahead and get into the cards here. We have some really high vibrational energies here with us. Eutherians have come in. I'm also hearing the Andromedans are here. So if they have any messages to bring through, I will channel those for you. But I believe they're just going to channel them telepathically through this space. First off, we have integrity. So this is what's gotten you here. The being in your integrity, staying in your integrity, being in truth even when you were in your darkest, deepest shadows, being able to continue to seek truth and to they're showing like continuing to share your light even when it felt like it was too much. There's a They're telling me soul integrity. They said, look at the card. Let's see what it says. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. Yes, so you are creating this this portal, this space for this union to come into physical existence. Let's see what else we have going on here. I'm going to leave that there. They said one by one, so let's go to this card next. This is the Kali card. Beautiful offering there. And it says Guna Tantrika. It takes strength of spirit not to override inner knowing with social pressures or an inhuman expectation for constant performance. Trust in the shifting cycles to give yourself what you need for well-being. No being benefits when you are at odds with yourself. You have the inner power and capacity to be at peace within your being now. All right, so bringing yourself back into that, they're telling me letting go of worry, let go of all the worry, let go of let go of what you feel may not happen or is taking too long to happen, or the cycling of what it may be or what it is not. Let go. There are higher forces that are coming in to help these unions come together. So surrender whatever it is that you're holding on to a higher power so that they can come through and help with this transformation. Find inner peace. Disconnect from the timeline, they're telling me. Disconnect from the timeline. Okay, this is interesting. They're saying that moving forward, we are no longer going to be connected to timelines. This is the first time I've heard of this. So they're telling me timelines are a construct. They are something that were created for the Matrix to keep things in order, in uniform. And moving forward, the reason why we have been clearing all timelines is because before I heard we're clearing timelines to merge them into one, to create one timeline that is of our highest and best interest. But they're telling me we're moving into a space where there are no timelines. You are moving out of that. So this is super advanced. Those of you that have chose this journey in this lifetime, this feels like a full soul completion, a soul ascension, no need to come back to earth. It's like you are the game masters. You may have, this is either your last lifetime in earth realm, or you've already ascended earth realm and you came back to help with this shift. This is a very high vibrational energy. Arafatumana gachitutush kututumana chikititiyanata fatamana arakatata sakatafanamana tititikiskianana. Connect with the ancients. The ancients are calling for you to connect with them, the ancients. And this is something that needs to happen internally. This is not something that you can find a meditation on or tap into with someone else guiding you into that space. This is something that needs to happen within, with self, when you go into deep meditation with self or deep prayer or whatever it is for you that resonates. But being in that quiet stillness, in the calmness, and calling in the ancient ones for their guidance and support moving forward. Whew. Okay, let's see what else we have here. All right, we have fertility, so potential, creative power. Yes, this is, what's being birthed with these unions, and the number 8 they're showing me there. What's being birthed with these unions is going to shift the evolution of humanity. It's going to they're showing me like almost this bubble that this baby is in. They're showing me like it's a pearl. It's a deep set jewel that is going to completely shift the energy. I didn't even realize that. It looks like she has pearls on her here too. But it's going to shift humanity for the better. So there's a lot of moving pieces that are happening, and you see she's coming into quietness, into stillness. Her eyes are closed. She's connecting. If this is not a love union and this is a union with perhaps a new soul that's coming in, like a baby or babies, they're saying connect with them, spend more time in that silence, create time to be in their presence in the higher realm so that you can fully embody and bring that down into earth realm. Now, I believe some of you that are connecting with a lover have already been doing that, but if you have not, make sure that you are opening up the space to connect with them. Now, what that means is as you go into, deep rest at night, or during the day, they're telling me for some of you, maybe you work night shift. As you go into deep rest, make sure that you are setting the intention to connect with them and receive any messages or downloads that they may have for you moving forward. All right, and this is they're telling me make sure to put this like this bubble pearl type. Pearl is very important. They're telling me pearl. Okay, so surround yourself in the jewel pearl type energy so that nothing else can get in. It's a very pure energy is what they're telling me, and it will purify the spirit so that the two of you, or if it's babies, or even if it's a new, they're telling me like almost like a throuple type energy where maybe two souls came into one body and they're connecting with another soulmate from a past life to help rise in this ascension. The more we come together, the more powerful we are. So whatever it is that's coming in for you, it's connecting in that astral space. It's connecting in a pearl type energy where everything can be purified. You are speaking directly with their soul, and there are no outer disturbances that can come in and create any kind of mind chatter or anything of such. Okay, that was interesting. Let's see what else wants to come through. All right, Spirit of Air. Yes, this reminds me, this card reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. It's like things are shifting. They are finally, like, the old is collapsing and the new is forming. And so they're telling me you have because of the trust that you've put into this, there are new opportunities opening up for you and your partner. So maybe to come into physical union before, you felt like there were things that needed to be put in place or needed to happen before that could take place. And they're saying things have shifted. So I don't know, maybe you felt like when you were coming into union, you were going to get a new home, and they're saying let go of those constructs that you put on yourself to come into this union and just allow it to happen, and open up to the possibility of it not happening as you first expected it to. So maybe even in a place or a time, maybe you felt like you were going to run into them in a certain place or a certain timeline, and because that's shifting and we are moving out of timelines, they are saying open up, expand your mind to allow these unions to come in wherever they see just, is what I'm hearing, wherever they see just. So I feel like there's some divine justice that's coming through here. So something to do with the separation, almost like there were higher let me redirect that. lower forces that were trying to come through and keep these unions from being together. And since that has shifted, there are new ways for these unions to come into the physical. Okay. We have surrender the idea you can fix someone. All right. So what they're telling me with this is that, with the separations, it's like there's been this energy, not separation. Thank you. They're like, redirect that. With keeping you apart from your union, there has been this energy of wanting to fix or be in control or holding on to. Even they're showing me like some animosity or some rage towards your partner. So maybe you already know the partner that's coming in. Maybe you've connected in the astral. There's an energy of like wanting to push them to make things happen faster. This could even be with the baby or babies, of wanting things to happen on your timeline, on your time. And they're saying there is no timeline. So purge that from your being. Let that go. You've got to let it go through the mental space too, is what they're telling me. Through the mental space. Lots of heat coming up. Let that rage, let that, whatever that is, that energy that's moving, let it out. Maybe get out and get in your car and roll up the windows and scream at the top of your lungs, or get out into nature where you can be held by Mama Earth, or get into some moving natural waters to cleanse and clear that energy for you. Okay. Portal. They're showing me the number 1 specifically. So it's like things are this is a brand new, I was gonna say brand new start, and they told me brand new world. This is a brand new world for you. It's a completely different realm of existence than what you've experienced so far in this lifetime. So this is why this shift is so important and in preparing you. And they're showing me this like this woman covered in like these beautiful veils and looking out over just these mountains of sand dunes. And the energy is like there's so much out there. There's so much that we didn't know about when we were in lower vibrations. So you're opening up to an entirely new realm of existence. And with that, it means completely letting go of the old, specifically timelines, they're saying. Okay. King Tide. All right. This energy is powerful. Oh, this is the masculine coming through. Thank you. So the masculine has risen. His arms are open. He is ready. This feels like not just, they're telling me not just the like union if you're a feminine and you're waiting for your masculine to come in, but the masculine within, the masculine self. You know, we have both masculine and feminine energies within us, and they're saying that this is the rise of the masculine within, and not needing, they're telling me not needing protection, like everything is as it's supposed to be. And so allow yourself to just be in that energy and that king tide, and allow the waters to hold you. Allow the waters to hold you. Okay. Yeah, transformation, y'all. Yeah, this is life-changing. I know, I feel like I'm on repeat right now saying that, but your entire life is going to change when you come into union with your partner. And, you know, it reminds me of when I came into union with my husband, everything shifted for us. And the first couple years that we were together, we went through some deep growth cycles. And from that space, I mean, if you knew us, 4 years ago, we are not the same people that we were. We have completely shifted into a much higher vibration. So this is a full-on radical transformation. It is a life shift, and it is an opening up to new realms of existence. We have horse energy and freedom. Yes. Oh, I love the horse energy. Horse energy has really been calling lately, and it's coming in like fast, and it's such a magical divine energy. Yes, the horse does represent freedom, but it also represents abundance. It represents shifting, moving into different spaces. So yeah, y'all, this is what's going on with those of you that have not come into physical union yet. It's just that there are still things that need to clear for you to, I don't like using this word, but I can't find a better word right now, for you to release yourself from like the grasp of timelines specifically. They're saying, you may already understand that time is non-existent. However, there needs to be an embodiment of that. That's what they're asking for, an embodiment of releasing yourself from the structures of timelines. Okay, we have a crystal card here with agate, healthy body. Agate is a very grounding crystal. It comes in many different colors. I love agates. I have so many different agates in my home. But the energy is definitely grounding, protective. And what they're saying is, through this transformation, what's happening, because it's such a huge transformation, it's taking more energy to ground into the flow of things. They're also bringing me back to the body. They're saying the body, and just recently, bring that back, Spirit. What did you say through me? They said that the body is transforming. Okay, and there was something else. Can you please bring that back? One moment, please. Okay, the transformation of the body in out of timeline existence. So completely letting go of what time is. And if you're still interacting with lower vibrational spaces and places and people and things, it's going to be a lot harder to shift out of that energy of timelines. So let the purge happen. Whatever you still need to purge that's keeping you in any kind of specific timeline, let that go. There needs to be an embodiment. They're telling me an embodiment of embodiment with, okay, this is, they keep shifting it around. So I'm going to say the embodiment of all that is, they're saying, which is disconnecting from the matrices, which is disconnecting from time, which is disconnecting from timelines, which is letting go of anything that shaped you into who you are now. They're still saying like there is going to continue to be gratitude for the journey. However, like they're telling me like the speaking of your past as it made you who you are is no longer. Like you are in this elevated space where it's everything is in the present. There is no past, there is no future. Everything is right now. You are finally in that space, and they want you to fully embody that, embody the present moment for this union to come into the physical. Embody the present moment. All right, I know that is much easier said than done, but I believe that quietness and stillness will help with that. Connect with the ancient ones and allow yourself to just be. There's a lot of good energy coming in, so once the shift happens, who knows if you'll even be tuning into this space anymore, but I intend well for all of you, and I look forward to doing this again sometime soon. All right, take care. Adios. Happy Venus Day to those of you who are in union. Alrighty, I'm ready to jump right into this one. Okay, so starting off, responsibility. Okay, so they're telling me that the unions that are together, that have been together, have grown through the past few years and have persevered through definitely some dark nights of the soul, some shadow work, and have risen together. There is a great responsibility that you all carry for the collective in helping raise the vibration, helping bring back unity and wholeness to the family unit, to restore the image of union, bringing people back together, showing them that you can persevere, that there's more than just letting go, and it's a big shift. So what else do you want me to say with the spirit? They're saying, yeah, you're aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love that you express. So they're saying that there's so much that you know. It's like y'all have tapped into that higher purpose. You know, this is part of your journey. This is part of your dharma. This is what you're supposed to be doing to help people come into union, to help anchor the unions, and to help with the rise into unity. So I feel like those of you that are on this path are already, if you're listening to this message, you're already aware of that. And for those of you who are just opening up to it, they're wanting me to let you know this is part of your purpose. This is, so many people seek and search for a higher purpose in life, and this is one of them. They're showing me like the fact that you never settled, that you always felt like something was missing or off, and that you continued to seek that throughout your journey, it's paying off now, not only for you in your union, but also collectively for the greater of humanity. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we do have a Kali card here. And I'm just seeing the equal balance of dark and light. It's like y'all have been through some shit for sure. It's showing that you can rise in love, that you can go into those shadows and be supportive of each other. And when it comes to it, you know how to embrace the shadow, to give love to it, to find compassion for it, and to rise into the light. There's an equal amount of dark and light that's coming through this space. They said go ahead and flip it over, so let's see what it says here. Dharma, of course. Dharma of Kali. Your most abundant successes manifest when you are aligned with your integrity. You do not need to put your faith in pathways or projects that do not resonate with your deeper spiritual knowing. Everything that is happening in your life is part of how your prayers are being answered. A new order is to be established. You are being led into it. Yeah, so lots of words that I wouldn't typically use, but they wanted me to read it directly from the card. And, just knowing that you're rising in unity, that all of that hard work, that, that surrender, and they're telling me the patience and the surrender that you've been through is definitely like you're getting the return on investment now. All that time, energy, effort And it takes a lot, y'all. It takes a lot to have patience, to continue trusting, to continue surrendering, and to go deeper and deeper into that surrender every time, so that you don't give up and walk away. Because there are times, and I can tell you with my own union, where it's gotten really hard, and there are times where it feels almost unbearable. And in those spaces, to be able to continue to surrender and trust in a higher power is what has gotten you here now. So I feel like there is a lot of abundance coming in with this card, with this, for those that are in union. But let's go ahead and keep going. All right, we have dreams. Yeah, so those of you that are in union, you may be having some wild dreams. They're telling me that there's a lot that you're actually clearing timelines through the dream space. So take care of your body. They're making it very, like, they're showing her holding onto the body here. And they just keep saying, take care of the body. Make sure that you are nourishing it with nutrients, supplements, minerals, whatever it is that you need. Make sure that you are that your body is in flow. So take care of your lymph, your adrenals, get some movement. And they're telling me that even through movement, you don't need as much movement as you may have needed in the past. You just need movement. So maybe before you felt like you had to go like full-blown hardcore workout, and Spirit is saying you don't actually need to do that. You just need to get everything moving, get it in flow. Okay, and that flow is going to help you in the astral, so that you don't, when you rise up, you feel energized and excited for the day, as opposed to still being connected to those astral spaces and places that you're clearing and carrying through those low vibrations. It's so important that you take care of your body right now. They're making this very clear. It is vital for you to be taking care of your body. And that means they're reminding me not just the physical body. The physical body is super important. However, they are bringing through the emotional body, the mental body. Specifically, they're saying the mental body, you should be tapping into that and clearing out any energy that is not yours. Return to sender, let it go. And they're saying I'm missing something. So I talked about the mental, the emotional, the physical, and the spiritual. Of course, the spiritual, finding time in silence, finding time to connect with your highest self. And they're telling me finding more time to be intimate with your partner. I personally don't like the way that sounds. It sounds like it's something we're searching for. So let's shift that here. We're going to say creating more space so that you can come together with your partner in intimacy more often. All right, so creating that from that stillness, from that quiet space. All right, surrender fear. Surrender fear. I feel like those of you that, okay, they're telling me not everybody, that there is a good portion of you all that are in union that have already surrendered fear. They're telling me the feminine. Thank you. The feminine has surrendered fear, but there is still a little bit of fear that they're like the remnants of fear that are hanging out in the masculine. Now this is the feminine masculine within. It's the feminine masculine without. So take that as it resonates, but release, cancel, clear, let go, purge all fear. Okay, specifically specifically they're showing me on the left side of the body that there's fear of your own inner power, fear of things that you may have done in past lifetimes that have shifted you into lower vibrational frequencies, that have gotten you caught up in the ego, that have shifted you out of the energy of love, that have pulled you from the energy of gratitude. So tapping back into that space, letting go of those things that you don't need to carry anymore. Spirit is saying, free yourself from this energy and rise in gratitude. Rise in gratitude. All right, then we have building your world. Yes, this is expansion. This is creation. This is you tapping in the number 33. Look at that. They're saying this is you tapping into what exactly do you want. As a union, y'all are holding so much light and energy for the shift in humanity. It may even be hard for you to fully tap into that and understand the power of your presence. And they're saying it's the power of your presence that is going to bring anything you want into creation, as long as you keep serving a higher power, you keep serving your purpose, you keep bringing unity and wholeness to Earth Realm. All right, we have vision. Okay, so this tells me that there's so much more out there that you can tap into in regards to what it is that you want to create, what it is that you want to co-create with spirit. If there's something that, that you feel, I use this with my clients. I tell them, if you could wake up tomorrow and snap your fingers and not have to worry about structures, finances, whatever the things, the matrices are, what would you be doing with your life? What would bring you joy? And how would you serve? How would you help other people get into a similar frequency? What is your vision? I feel like there is so much loaded in this space, and they're saying go within and co-create with spirit. Go within and co-create with spirit. Now, I feel like this is on an individual basis for the masculine and the feminine, and I feel like it's also on a for self. Thank you, Spirit. For self. So for self, what do you envision for yourself? And then what do you envision with your partner, with your union? And let those seeds grow from that space. Because I see like these vines, like these little seedlings growing and moving and creating just an abundance of higher vibrational frequencies. They're showing me like almost like mycelium coming together underneath Earth's surface and uniting everything together. So what could you do to bring more people together? What could you do to bring more joy into your life? And how do you share that joy with others? Tap into that vision. Yes, she who flows. This is so good. This is the abundance coming in. It's showing that all that you've been through up until now is bringing you into this energy of abundance, that it's in flow. Things are moving. What's coming, what's going out is also coming in. So remember to stay in that flow and to not block yourself by trying to back things up. Now, what I mean by that, specifically, they usually tell me this in regards to finances. I've had many situations over the past few years where I've had money saved up, or like a rainy day fund, I'm gonna call it, and every time Spirit says, let it go, let it go, let it go, because things have to be in flow. Energy and movement is in flow, and when your finances are in flow, what goes out will absolutely come in. And I'll tell you, I learned this a few years back in my yoga teacher training. When you are putting money into good things, the more abundant the flow in will come. So what I mean by that is, like, if you if you use money, how do I explain this? They're telling me two different things at once, so I want to make sure I explain this correctly. Well, let's say, like, if you use money and you know that it's not in the best and highest interest, then that's what you're going to get back. It's an energy, right? So whatever energy you put into it is what you're going to get from it. Now, if you're using the money to serve and help others, then that's what's going to come back to you, is that energy from others. So it's interesting they're bringing this up. I was chatting with a few friends this weekend, and what came through, we were talking about investing and, what to invest in. And there were conversations around crypto and just different investment strategies. And when I tapped in, Spirit said, invest in people, invest in each other. When you're investing in people, when you're giving back to your community, that investment, the return on investment will be so much more than if you are investing in something for self. So just be mindful of what you are creating, what you are investing in. Okay, and then we have romance. Yes, I feel like this is again the 3. So they want me to put that there because 333. That's going to resonate for someone. But they're saying it's time for you to tap back into that the sensuality of love. I had some unions that have been together for a long while and have really grown through it and have leveled up, reach out to me recently and say, well, what is this level up all about? And when I've tapped in, Spirit has told me it's coming back into thank you, cancel clear that. It's creating an entirely new energy around the relationship. And what I mean by that is, when you come into union with someone in the very beginning, before you grow through any type of shadow or have to, work through things with each other, there's this mystery and joy and playful type energy, adventurous, spontaneous. It's like opening up to something new. It's exciting. And that's what's coming through for these upgrades, is tapping back into the romance, tapping back into the joy of learning someone. How exciting is it to learn about someone and to open up, and maybe you've been together for a few years, or maybe you've been together for many years, and it's reconnecting in these higher vibrations, letting go of all of the old shit that you've been through and reconnecting in a much higher vibration, learning more about each other, sharing new interests, developing new interests together, and creating unity in the relationship, so that others can. It's really they're showing me like others will want what you have, and then they will work on themselves to make that happen. It's definitely a humanitarian shift where, people are, they're telling me, there's this saying that society would say is, I fell in love, or I'm falling in love. And that is old paradigm. There is no more falling. We are rising in love. We are rising in gratitude. So tapping into those frequencies and bringing more joy and play and spontaneity and adventure into your life. So opening up and being more expansive in that space. We have an animal that wanted to come through, the goat, of course. Reliability. Yes, the goat energy is, the energy of the goat is, it's this strong reliability. It's getting through the tough times. It's, coming to those edges and being able to stand in resilience and persevere through whatever it is that you came across. So this is celebration. This is, they're saying, tap into that celebratory space, and almost like I'm feeling like maybe have a little getaway, even if it's just for a weekend where it's just the two of you and you're able to take some time away from all of the regular hustle and bustle of life, and just tap into maybe even like some tantra, or just some new ways to like play and be sensual and open up to each other. And then we have a crystal, and we have the fairy stone with fertility. Yes, so because of everything that y'all have persevered through, because of the shift that you are helping with humanity, there is this very fertile energy coming through where I just keep hearing like the world is yours. So create whatever you want. You are in that energy now where whatever you want to bring into fruition is absolutely at the tips of your fingers. So call it in, ask, surrender to a higher power for guidance. I mean, you've surrendered this far, so, asking for guidance on how to shift forward and create the abundance that you want in your life is the next step. And they're saying not create, because it's already here. You don't have to create it. It's vibrating in the frequency and being able to hold that frequency while also anchoring it into the flow of Mother Gaia. Whew. All right. So many good things for those of you that are in union. Again, thank you for all of the work that you've done on self, with each other. Oh, we are rising, y'all. We are rising in love. All right. Thank you so much. Until next time. Adios. Happy Venus Day, and welcome back to those of you who are currently in separation. All right. So take some deep breaths to start off with. They're saying there is some throat chakra clearing that needs to happen. This is throat and crown, they're telling me. Okay, throat and crown. So just relax your shoulders. If you're open, take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And then a very audible exhale out. Again, deep inhale through the nose. Audible exhale. This time, deepest breath you've taken, and the most audible, like grungy exhale you can give out. Yes, it's almost like a growl that wants to come out. It's this inner roar of almost like the energy I'm feeling is like like a cat in a fight. Like, that's the only way that I can explain it. It's like the claws come out, the roar gets loud, and it's this very protective, just, I can't even like put it into words. It's just an energy that you have to feel. But this is the energy that's coming through for this pile. So I feel like this is divine feminine rage. That rage of, you know, like the rise of the dark goddess, the don't fuck with me, like I'm coming out of the fire, and this is my rise from the ashes. And they're saying there's so much of that, and it's a good thing. Dark goddess energy, the rage energy, it can definitely help you morph and shift through some of the lower vibrational energies. So embrace it, welcome it. They're telling me, like, even like they're showing me like claws, like getting your claws out and being in that energy of just roar. All right, so compassion is the first thing they're bringing through, and they're saying compassion for your union, compassion for where it's brought you, whether you are going to come back into physical union in the same bodies, or whether the souls will shift out and come into new bodies. They're saying let that rage out, let that anger, that buildup, that aggression that needs to come out specifically from the high heart. They're saying, I'm feeling like a lot of pressure on my chest right now. So from that high heart just needs a big purge, y'all. Yes, I'm feeling that, like, I literally growl. And you know, right before I tapped in to do this, I heard like this howling going on outside. I think it was a dog. Thank you, Spirit. It was a dog that my husband even like wanted to go out and check on, because the howling was so prominent. And I feel like that energy, anytime I hear anything outside of these sessions that's in close proximity, I know that it's a message for the session. So maybe get out and howl. Let that energy out. Scream at the top of your lungs. Break something. Go to a break room, or hit a pillow, or even they're showing me like going out to like a batting cage and hitting like some baseballs or softballs with a bat, just as hard as you can to let that energy go. Okay, and the compassion, they're just saying you're still learning. There is still an energy of learning to have compassion with that rage inside of you. It's almost like those of you that are in separation feel like completely cut off, and it brings you into some shadow energy, and almost they're showing me like you're trying to avoid the shadow, like you're like, nope, I've been there, I don't want to go back into that, and there's some resistance to it, and they're saying, no, go into that shadow and move through it. Embrace that shadow. Let that rage move through you. Get it out. Now, get it out in healthy ways, obviously. Like, you don't want to go, crazy on the person you're separated from. And there are many healthy ways that you can move that energy out of you. I'm hearing high intensity interval training, guided breath work, but almost like Wim Hof style breath work, cold plunging. Interesting. Okay, cold plunging, and then like I had said in the beginning, like screaming into a jar, or maybe rolling up your windows in the car and screaming at the top of your lungs. breaking something, like taking a hammer to something old and just breaking it up, or going to a break room. Even they're showing me like axe throwing. I know that's kind of a thing now, so maybe go to an axe throwing room where you can do that safely. But that energy needs to move through you. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. I feel like we'll come back to that for some reason. But let's see what else wanted to come through. Okay, so we have Kali here. And they want me to just go ahead and flip it over right away, but I'm gonna let you see that 'cause it's a beautiful photo or drawing. Okay. So Kaladara, it says, when hope is lost and a way forward cannot be sensed, Kali's love will find a way. If the path does not yet exist, then it shall be created. If you cannot see or feel how you can move where you are to where you want to be, Kali's wisdom and grace will create at the perfect time to provide what is needed. So yes, Kali, y'all, is that dark goddess. She is destruction. She brings complete rebirth through destruction. So going into that darkness, feeling that rage, letting those emotions move through you, embodying that energy so that you can rise like the phoenix out of the ashes. There's call on, I'm hearing call on Kali. Call on her. Y'all, Kali is one of my favorite goddesses. She's the one that I've connected with the most. When I was in my deep dark spaces, Kali was the one that came through and got me out of there and taught me how to embrace the shadow. And I feel like that this is her, coming through now in support of those of you that are growing through this. Okay, we have divination. Yes, so what I'm hearing is that everything is happening exactly how it's supposed to be. Even when things feel off, y'all, and they feel like, nope, this isn't meant to be, like, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna tap out of it. I don't need to deal with this anymore. Yes, we have free will, and you can absolutely do that. And all paths lead to the same space. All paths lead to the same space. So it depends on, the journey, what journey you're to take to get there. But if you are meant to be in union with another soul, right? If you have had that feeling like you are one soul in two bodies, then that is absolutely going to happen. Like they're telling me, come hell or high water. It's like, keep on moving. I'm hearing that song, like, if you're going through hell, keep on moving. Don't look back. You might get out before the devil even knows you're there. It's like that darkness, it's closing in around you, and they're just saying, keep moving through it, and stand in that energy and roar back. It's time to just give that energy back to all of those lower vibrational energies that are wanting to attach to you, that are wanting to stay with you, that are wanting to keep you in that space. Okay, what else do we have here? Healing. Yeah, this is a deep healing. Deep healing. This is not what y'all are growing through is it's the feeling of separation from Mother Earth and Father Sky. It's the back to the beginning of the times when things completely shifted, and there's a much deeper purpose for you growing through this. So keep on growing, keep on moving. There are other light workers who are in support of you still. Maybe you're not in communication with them. Maybe you haven't even met them in the physical, but I tell you, my husband and I, we did this amazing quantum healing session. We connected in a Sirius starship, and the light workers that were there, y'all, we came into some heavy shit. We came knowing that we were shifting humanity. This is part of the mission for union. So those of you that are in separation, you just took on a lot. And now it's just time to embrace that shadow and keep on moving through it until you are out on the other side. All right, let's see. Surrender procrastination, but they want me, they're like, leave it upside down. Yeah, it's like the light. They're saying, no, don't worry about the words. Okay, thank you, Spirit. It's like everything feels flipped upside down right now. Like your whole world has been flipped upside down. And it feels like there's no way out. It's almost like the energy they're giving me is like Alice in Wonderland, where she goes down and it's this space where like she's navigating through, you know, all of these crazy energies. And that's where I feel like y'all are at right now. And there's still light. There's still like that inner knowing that, you know, that things are going to shift. So continue to hold on to that because they are moving. Spirit tells me that there is an energy of still moving through it. So it's those of you who are still tuned into these messages and watching these readings, your higher self is what brought you here to connect and receive this message. Divine masculine. Yeah, I'm seeing the light return. The light. Oh, thank you, Spirit. They're saying the light has returned to the masculine. The light has returned to the masculine. So maybe you had a masculine that you felt like you were, this is for the feminine listening, that you felt like you were coming into union. It felt like everything was going the right way, and then boom, something shifted. Your whole world got flipped upside down, and there was little to no faith left in the masculine. And they're saying the masculine has returned to the light. Now they're still shifting and growing through it, but they're showing this light rising here from the bottom. So I feel like this is the rise through the ashes. This is the phoenix energy. And beneath the surface. Yeah, so what's really driving you, right? Break free from whatever it was that kept you or is keeping you in separation. And I feel like it's the mind. I feel like the energy they're giving me is outside energies that aren't even yours. It's like even needing to like reframe your neural pathways. If that's something that you are interested in, there is a program called Mindful Line. You can find it on YouTube and connect to the woman Oksana, I believe is her name. And it's a great structure to reprogram your neural pathways. I've used it. My husband has used it. We've recommended it to friends. If I can remember, I will link it in the description, but if not, look out for it. Mindful Line. Yeah, they're just saying there needs to be a redirect through the mind. And some of you maybe they're even like giving me this energy where it feels like explosive in the mind. Like there's too much energy there. And it feels like you want to tuck away or tap out of the mind completely. Almost like the energy I'm hearing is lose my mind. So you may feel like you've lost your mind, like you can't organize your thoughts anymore, that there's just too much energy moving and flowing through that space. I am going to do a little jore they're asking me to do, so I'm just going to channel in some compassionate, loving energy out of the compassion from the goddess Kuan Yin. this. You may be having other things going on with the mind. You might be having really bad headaches. You may feel like this energy, I don't even know, like pressure on the head is what they're showing me, and it's affecting the eyes is what they're telling me. It's like affecting your vision and your hearing even possibly. So yeah, y'all, I feel for you. For those of you who are in separation, I know that it is not an easy thing to grow through, and I'm here in support. We will do a little bit more jore before we finish up. They're saying it was helping. All right, sisterhood. This is what's going to help you through it. Connections, community, not pulling away from others. Y'all, I've been in that darkness, and I know I've pulled away from others in that space, and I felt like I couldn't connect with them anymore. So I know what y'all are growing through right now. And I'm telling you, if you're in this space, the best gift you can give yourself is to reach out. You will be accepted with open arms. There are people out there who love you and care for you and want to be in support of you. So reach out, and they're telling me it has to come from within. It has to come from your side of things, because the shift, this is in general, the shift always happens within first, right? It always happens within us, and then it shifts without. So this feeling all alone, feeling like you need to grow through this alone, or like you don't have support, is that's a construct of the mind. So let that go. Let that go. Okay, then we have an animal energy with the sea otter. Yeah, this is a deep sea transformation. This, what y'all are growing through, this is a life transformation. You make it through this, it's a leveling up. It is almost like the energy it reminds me of is my walk-in experience of just getting to that space where I was in full, like, I'll tell y'all, when I was in this space and I was going through my darkness, I finally one day was just like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? How do I get out of it? How did I get so deep? There's gotta be more to life than this. Why am I even here? What's my purpose? I'm ready to let go. It was probably the deepest surrender of my life in this lifetime, and this is the energy that I'm feeling for y'all. It's a whole, it is a whole soul transformation. All right, and then we have patience. Yeah, I'm gonna channel a little bit of this energy through the pyromorphite. Okay, they're telling me this is what to tap into. This is what got you to where you're at, is the energy of not embracing patience. And y'all, believe me, I've been on this journey a long while. I know patience is one of the hardest things to really tap into. It takes a whole lot of surrender and trust and letting go. So I feel for y'all. They're saying keep this, like maybe you want to screenshot this photo, or even try to find this crystal. I'm guessing it's a very rare crystal because it's not something that I've seen. Actually, I don't believe I've seen it in any crystal stores, but that doesn't mean that it's not out there. But even just something green, wearing green, any green crystal to help open the heart. They're pointing out this one that's here, to tap into that heart space. And they're saying like reopen the heart. It's gotten so cold. Like there's this, this energy here, this sea otter, this is icy water, right? It's the closing off of the heart, like the letting go of love from your life completely. And that's why I say everything feels like it's been flipped upside down. And they're just saying, keep moving. Just like Alice, she doesn't stop. She kind of like every now and then she'll, tap in and see what's going on around her. But for the most part, I haven't watched this movie forever, so I'm going to have to rewatch it now. But they're saying like she keeps on moving, that there's this like spiral energy. And that's healing, y'all. Healing is... It's a spiral energy. We circle back to things that we thought we had dealt with, or that we had shifted through from a higher perspective so that we can go through it. And this time they're telling me your spiral has just receded a bit. It's gone down into some lower vibrations. In that space, there's so much that you can learn and embrace and embody that dark goddess rage energy, so that you can rise up like the phoenix from the ashes. Y'all, I am sending you so much love. One more time with the Jore they're saying. So I'm just going to tap in and I'll say adios, because I know once this Jore finishes up, we will be complete.